It's Saturday today, September the 14th, and we certainly have an interesting pattern across the country. Big dip in the jet stream across the west. This is where the cooler air is and more of the action. But it does feel like summer from Regina through Winnipeg all the way out towards Ottawa and Halifax. We've got some really nice conditions to enjoy a beautiful morning down by the Great Lakes, enjoying places like the pool, the beach, the change of fall colors, all while temperatures remain into the 20s with humidity into the 30s. More of an August feel, especially across Ontario and Quebec, and a huge lack of active weather. We have this big rain void within the Great Lakes, and that's going to persist in the long range forecast. As we take a look at some of the temperatures, also an interesting story across Ontario. Look at Timmins, 29 degrees. Remember, last weekend we were tracking the first snowfall of the season in North Bay and Mattawa, and now the humidity feels like the 30s. Welcome to fall in Canada, right? We're looking at 26 degrees in Toronto. A place like Burlington, for example, 23, 24 degrees. So we're actually about 6 degrees cooler if you're right down by the lake shores. And that's because we have an easterly wind over top of Lake Ontario. So that'll keep you a little bit fresher. But as we go over the next few days, a lot of humidity moving in for Ontario and Quebec. So these numbers will be rising. Up and down the St. Lawrence today, you got temperatures into the mid 20s. You got sunshine, and you can see the nation's capital, a very dry stretch coming for you. The continuation of this summer extension. Yeah, that is going to be your biggest headline. Montreal feeling it as well. Now, high pressure is in place today across the Maritimes. Temperatures warming up as we go into Sunday and especially Monday. You can see, though, as all the dry weather sits over top of you, Newfoundland, you're missing out, and that's because you're just cut off from the ridge of high pressure that the jet stream has created. You have this northerly flow. You've had the cold front move through earlier this morning, the northerly flow that will persist in through Sunday evening and throughout Monday, and that is bringing you those on and off passing showers. So we will look at the forecast warming up for the Maritimes as we go into Sunday. Temperatures pretty much the same as we go through the morning, but then you start to see this big temperature divide into the afternoon for Sunday. 12 degrees in St. John's, 23 degrees in Miramichi. Fredericton, by the time we get into Monday, with the humidity, you'll be feeling closer to 30 degrees. You can see St. John's likely to see those passing showers into Sunday, a warm up in your temperatures for Tuesday, and then the potential for the remnants and the energy of Francine, the hurricane that made landfall in Louisiana earlier this week. We could see some of that come into your backyard, so that could shake up your forecast as we look at the long range over the next 7 days. Now for Western Canada, a cool fall feel, sweater weather, northerly flow. We have showers for the lower mainland today and across Vancouver Island. We also have the potential for some thunderstorms. We're going to see that within the interior of BC, all non-severe in nature, and within Alberta. So essentially a lot of action coming in along the coast. We're going to see a bit of a clipper form within Alberta. That will rise the potential for some showers in Edmonton as we look ahead at this evening. And I'm sure you noticed a little bit of blue popping up on this map as well. Freezing levels around 2,000 meters. So yes, we could be looking at the potential for some fresh snow at higher elevations. In Vancouver, Tuesday, the showers come back, and you can see a cooler trend will persist throughout this week. And then when we talk about the prairies, a fairly nice weekend, a warm weekend, but one of our biggest weather headlines as we go throughout this week will be a huge system that will move in from the south. It'll push into the central prairies, likely to bring a clash of two air masses, the cold air from the north, the warm air from the south, lots of moisture associated with it, and that system could set you up for an active pattern midweek across the prairies.